The night's on me if you do me this little favor.
Thanks for all the courtesy.
My pleasure.
Alright, so Joshua and Celine in the corner, planning it out. Well, let's see, I got two main plans on my mind. One of them, of course, is just talk and try to get him drunk. That should be enough to at least maybe walk him out of here somehow,
Well, you
or at
can
least
always
talk.
try something a little bit more with a little bit more finesse. I can make it seem as though I'm interested in him and want to take him into the back alley.
That's true, but there's no telling how suspicious he is of anything. In fact, I think better plan might be one of us, after getting his suspicions, trying to divert his suspicions onto the other of us, and having him follow that other. And then, of course, the two of us are ready to do whatever we want with him.
How do you mean?
Well, I mean, either at least walk him out of the club and then disappear, or, I don't know, knock him out in a back alley and just laugh.
Well, we can ask him politely to leave after we have him outside the building and make a show of force if he decides to push the and there's two of us, right?
That's true. I mean, two on one, we should be able to handle one dude.
Yeah, I hope.
I handled like three at once one time. He just like, puffs up his chest a little bit, as if trying to impress you. You're pretty sure there's flab under there.
She'll smile, says like that's adorable to herself, but well, what's the plan then? What do you think? Because I could get his attention using my feminine wiles. Um,
What?
That sounds like a good start. So,
and
you can go over there and talk to him. If you think you can push attention onto me and give me a signal like this, and he'll just like show a little hand or something, then I'll know that I need to leave and divert his attention to follow me or something. And if worse comes to worse, maybe I'll just stare him in the eyes.
um, I'm not following this, so I should chat him up and then ask him if he wants to go out to the back alley, and then you would
Well,
follow.
like I said, we don't know what he's thinking yet. So go over it, use your wiles, talk to him.
Okay. Well, if we my goal is to get him out by getting him out into the side alley away from everybody. And if you see me leave, follow me, okay?
Gotcha.
Okay.
And of course, give me the sign if I need to be the one to leave first.
Okay, and I'll give you like the sign, I guess, which would be like uncrossing my legs a certain way or something.
Yeah. Alright. So Joshua will head out into the club and just begin behaving normally, getting a drink and talking to people.
Okay. And Celine, of course, will get a drink and then like kind of go over to him and be like, just sort of sit down to him and then just sort of say, "How you waiting for?"
Do me a perception. Do me both a perception check before I respond to that.
Any penalty on this one?
-1 for you, Joshua.
Okay. 2.
3.
You can see that this guy was looking at some people, particularly the ones who dresses as vampire or goth people, and he seems startled by you basically surprised him and say, "Oh, hi, hi."
You look like you're looking for somebody.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Well, maybe I'm looking for somebody too.
He raises an eyebrow, looks at you, and do me manipulation. socialize empathy rolls, sorry, with your striking looks.
So manipulation, socialize, or empathy?
Empathy with your
Empathy.
striking
Okay.
looks. Well, I mean, we can talk if you want. You see, he's a fairly young man, like in his early 20s. He seems a bit taken with you, that's for sure.
Okay.
Yep.
And I guess since I noticed him like kind of eyeing the crowd, it's like, I think there's a lot of skeletons. That those aren't. I don't think those are as good as the vampires, if you ask me.
He looks nervous, so like, yeah, maybe. I mean, don't really care.
She'll smile and say, "I take it you don't do this sort of thing.
I mean,
Not big in the club scene."
No, no, I don't really go out often. I get things. Well, my job is very demanding. Don't have a lot of time for me.
Oh. What kind of work you in? I'm a little new to town myself.
I'm student. Actually, so you know, just doing like part of jobs and that kind of thing between just effort to you know it is, right? I mean, you're
Oh,
like
sure.
yeah,
I mean, I used to
college,
be
right?
I used to be a student myself, and she'll kind of go into her academic side of things to prove that point. But yeah, it seems really out of all the places to kind of unwind. It seems like you should go to a nightclub, but I think everybody is just out here for a cheap thrill.
Yeah, I mean, I
I mean, if you're
thought
looking
you
for
got
something, maybe I could help you. She'll say,
uh,
kind of purring a little bit, putting her hand on his thigh.
do me a presence persuasion roll with your striking looks.
Okay.
-1, but do it anyway. Nice. Just let me do quick. He really seems excited by your interest in him, and I mean, I got something, but you can wait. Yes, sure. What do you have in mind?
Well, maybe. What are you looking for specifically? I don't know. You
I'm
seem a little distracted.
just waiting for a friend, but I guess if they aren't showing up tonight,
Oh? Um, maybe I know them. Is it connected to your job?
nah, just friends from my school. You wouldn't know them.
Okay. Well, I will suggest, well, do you want to get out of here maybe and go
Sure,
around? Okay.
you can see
That's
he's
when
not
she'll
used
signal.
to beautiful women just asking it out. That's for sure. He's very eager to.
She'll uh, make the signal with her feet, I guess, and walk to the exit door with him in tow and kind of take him around to the back alley. And does she smell? Do I smell any like freshly cut wood on him or gunpowder or anything like that. I do have the enhanced senses.
Yeah, you do. You can do me a wits composure roll. With just a minute. Yeah, do me a wits composure roll -2.
Even with the enhanced senses?
Yes. I
Okay.
mean, NS senses. What do you mean by that? Oh, acute senses.
Yep.
Don't remember what this merit does.
They double the senses of a normal human being.
Mhm.
And yeah, I can sense
Yeah,
it
no
better.
penalty. No penalty
Okay.
then. Wow. You can smell faint traces of blood on him. Something metallic, but not blood, and some chemicals. You're not sure.
Okay.
Definitely, if had a cut or a bruise or was in contact with blood recently in like
Okay.
since 1 or 2 nights, maybe. No vitae though.
Okay.
At least you're not sure. You would have to taste his blood to be sure.
Okay. I will say to him, like kind of once we're away from the club a little bit, and say, "Come here, and I'll give you a kiss."
You can see that he's ready to get frisky with you. Oh yeah, no
Okay.
problem.
And I guess that's when I'll, kiss him on the side and then feed from.
All right, you can. How many blood do you take?
Just
Oh,
two.
you're at 4.
I'm hungry. I'm not starving though.
Yeah. That you have. No, it's all right. You have already. But yes, you're angry because of Dr. Boek, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do me a little frenzy roll. So resolve composure.
Keep it in check.
Wow, that's very good. So yeah, no problem. You manage to keep the beast in check as you feel the urge to drain him dry, but you manage to just take 2 points of it. You can hear the young man just groan of pleasures.
Cream his pants.
Yeah,
Do I taste any vitae in him?
you can make a wits composure roll to detect trace to do a blood tasting roll.
Knocking him out. Awesome.
The blood is human, that's for sure. You not sure if you can test maybe a very faint and diffuse trace of vitae. You're not 100% sure of that. It seems to be mostly human. Nothing.
Okay.
Is healthy, if anything. No diseases, no infection, no drugs or poison,
Okay.
and no booze.
Okay.
It does have a bit of high blood sugar, but well, it's Halloween, so maybe when.
Sure. So I'm gonna whisper into his ear. Tell me really why you're here.
Ah, ah, why do you want to talk about that? Like, just like, come on, it was good. Just keep on going. And you see, he's fumbling with trying to putting his arm on your back, trying to undo your bra through your clothes.
Okay. Well, I'll play along with it, buddies.
Oh, come on.
But it's like, come on, man. Somebody like you doesn't come around these clubs. Come on. I'm waiting.
Can't tell you.
Oh, why not?
Because I get in trouble.
Oh, who's gonna get you in trouble? I say, like, squirming around and slowly unzipping his pants.
Do a little manipulation persuasion roll and add your striking looks.
I can just imagine Joshua just, watching the corner of his eye, like, while doing another conversation. Just, like, stops, like, stares in that direction for a second and then just, like, turns away.
Yeah. 1 successes. Let me do quick roll. Nah, baby, I can't tell you. They'll have my head if I talk. It's not important. Come on. Do you want to go back to my places? I really feel it with you. Like we have a connection, you know.
Well, I can't. Do you really expect me to go home with somebody I don't trust? I mean, that just seems fake to me.
Fuck my head. Oh.
And I'll like just sort of like run my fingers along his on the underside as it.
Can't. Don't do that to me. Ah, man.
Okay. And she'll just stop and like start to pull his pants up a little bit.
No, don't be like that. Look, I can tell you, it's like a bunch of guys who are searching for. It's like a threat initiation, you know? Like it's secret, I can tell you.
Well, if you need to find something, I could totally help you find something. I mean, I'm sure we could find all sorts of things in your apartment, but I don't know. You're just some dude I met at the bar. How can I trust?
You're the one who jumped on me. I mean, come on.
Well, okay. Here's what we should do then.
Yeah?
I think we should be friends. She'll say, kind of purring to him, but you have to promise me something.
Yeah, what?
Just stay away from dumps like this. I mean, seriously. You seem like a nice guy.
Sure, yeah. I mean...
She'll take his hand and say, okay. My name's Celine, by the way.
I'm Simon.
A pleasure, I'm sure.
Yeah, of course.
She'll lead him off, and while I assume he'll like try to flag a cab down, she'll send a text message to Joshua. Mission accomplished.
Joshua will look at his phone and then send back a smiley face.
She'll do a kissy face.
Is Claire trying like to get you back to his apartment? Do you like follow or?
Sure, I'll follow him, and I'll get the information of where he lives too.
All right. Well, do you
We'll fade to black there because I'm sure that we all know what happens next.
Yeah. All right. Do you try to do anything special or?
I guess after we've, I'll tell him that I have to get up early tomorrow, so I can't stay the night. And again, I don't really know you that well, but here's a phone number. Text me when you text me tomorrow.
All right. I have a question, because do you have full intercourse with him? Because if so, you need to enact the blush of life, which is spending a point of vitae to.
No, I'll just do the oral.
Oh, all right.
No, just give it to him cold.
And if he pursues, it's like, oh, I'm sorry. First date and all that, sweetie.
He has no issue with that.
Okay. And then, assuming a couple hours later, she'll get out and it's like, okay, now I know where he lives. Now
Well, he doesn't have a great stamina when it comes to this, so you're probably going to wait like 15 minutes something like that.
Okay. I'll stay around at least long enough to get more like, oh, your name's Simon. Okay, like a little bit of pillow talk.
Yeah.
And
You are
stuff.
in his
Sorry.
apartment too. Undoubtedly, if there's anything suspicious, you might notice
Yeah.
it.
I'll. That would be a good thing to do. Yeah.
You can know that he's studying chemistry at the
But
local science university,
okay.
and that's basically like maybe he seems to live alone in his apartment. It's not a great place. It's kind of small and crampy, but nothing like very interesting.
Okay. He doesn't have like a. There's no like corner of like stakes that he's chiseled out in the corner, or like
Nah.
disassembled gun on the coffee.
No, nothing like that.
Okay. Okay, but yeah, she'll stay with him for maybe an hour and then say, I gotta scoot. I have to get up early tomorrow. But give me a text tomorrow, okay, babe?
Yeah, sure. Sure, babe.
And then she'll take off.
All right.
And then eventually get back to the club, but we can pause if you wanna.
Yeah, because I want to go back quickly to Ivan and yeah. Did someone say something?
Oh no, I just said go for it.
Oh, all right. Sorry. So Ivan and Lucian, you're still at the reception. What do you do?
Well, I suppose I'll have Ivan. Well, sorry, not Ivan. Lucian. My bad. Hook up with some Carthians.
Somewhat?
Carthians, he said.
Oh. You're not really sure who is Cartian in the crowd. Like, do me a with socialized roll. -2, because most of these of the people are either very well dressed or just they don't have the typical caffeine looks. From what you heard. You do know that well, Dr. Borak is still here and is in league with the cartoons, at least partially. So you know that you know for sure. And you can manage to find some gentleman like talking about the movement to a bunch of other vampires. He seems to be very well uh, liked, or at least listened to. His appearance is not really.
I almost choked.
What?
I said I almost choked. That fucking face.
Yeah, he really seemed like he's wearing his vampire's nature on his sleeves.
That would be an understatement by the looks of it. But I suppose I've gonna first listening to what he has to say.
Do me a little present socialized rule just to remain in the vicinity of the groups and not be completely ignored or unwelcome. You can see that like when you just approach to like listen and just being you did street tries I wanted with socialize. Hello?
Yeah, I heard. I was putting inputting in the that as well calculation. That's
All right.
better.
Yeah. So yeah, you can hear it talk about seems to be talking about like someone named Suzanne, and oh, she does a great job at being a bailiff of the courts, and like she's a good friend of his, and they're talking a bit about the state of the movement, and apparently from what you can gather, like there is two big groups, and he's having issue with the attitude of some newly arrived vampire that seems to be very popular with the rest of the cartoon movement, and think you think he's trying to like get his own little cult of personality, and nobody seems to really like that idea.
Well, Lucien nods to himself as well in agreement with this sentiment.
And other than that, you see they exchange pleasantries like, "How have you been this year? Oh yeah, well I see you at the oh there's a winter ball and all that kind of thing." It's in from your perspective, you think he's like the face of the cartoon movement for the more uptight Invictus vampire of the town. Like maybe it's is a link between the two covenants.
Intriguing.
So what do you do with that?
Yeah. Well, I suppose Lucien will wait for him to finish speaking and then promptly approach him.
You see that you approaching and extend his hand. Hello there, Christophe.
Yeah, bonsoir, monsieur.
You take his hand and shake it. Shake it.
Name's Lucien Duméterion.
Pleasure to meet you. So you're one of the new meat on the city, right?
Uh, uh, Actually, yes, indeed, I'm very new to the city. Well, I'm new to the country.
That's okay. I hope you had a well. I hope everything is okay for you.
Yeah, well, you could say I've had a rather interesting introduction to kindred society.
Yes, I heard. Quite the adventure. We all we are all a bit disturbed by this, and I'm sure the prince will promptly do something about that.
I'm sure she will.
So, what can I do for you, Lucian?
Yeah, I'm curious. How does one join the movement?
Well, that's a very good question. I mean, why do you want to join movements?
Yeah, well, for starters, I guess I'm far too irreligious for the Lancia. Comes with being from Quebec.
Well, nobody really likes them around here. We suffered under the yoke for too long.
And I'm also not exactly one for stagnation, so the Invictus is out the window.
Hmm.
So from what my side was taught me about the Carthians, that seemed to align more with my personal view.
Well, we certainly don't shy away from recruiting anyone who show interest in the movement. I mean, we're not a very formal organization, but I could make sure you get introduced to our next meeting if you want.
It would be my pleasure.
Very well. Well, we have some things to discuss on Saturday, and just usually you can find us at the Avid Panacea. It's a little quaint tavern for where a lot of like students of the city gather to drink there on weekends and well on
Student places, in
Thursdays.
my experience, do offer the most interesting things.
Yes, well, I can introduce you to some people, some important people, but um, I don't think you can meet barely Susan because she's quite taken with this this little affair of yours, you know, this eye press thing. But you can meet a second, well, yes, a right hand, like a very, very kind woman by the name of Lena. She's wonderful, you'll see.
Intriguing.
But what can you do for the moment? Well, what are your specialties? What's the passion that's driving you? Who are
Well,
you?
well, as for my particular set of passion, I hate to see power being abused and sorry about that, the dog. Yeah, as I was trying to say, and
And then
still
dogs
sorry about
attack.
that. Anyways, as I was trying to say, and in life, as I am, and I suppose I still am, a lawyer. So that
Ah,
so so there's that particular set of skills I can build to bring to the movement.
well, we would certainly be very interested in having a lawyer on your side, navigating well, the somewhat Byzantine Invictus laws can be very tiresome and difficult at times. That's for sure. Well, yeah, I think I can definitely introduce you to the rest of the gang.
And it would be my honor.
No, don't worry. We always like to include you member into a fold.
Very well, Monsieur. I thank you for your time.
Don't mention it. Have a good evening.
Yeah, likewise. Wow. And now, excuse me a sec, I got to go kill the husky.
Oh, save the doggo.
So, what is Ivan doing? Is he still
Gonna use beast tackles.
on who?
The room, I guess.
Huh.
Because there's a
Alright.
question here, specifically, doesn't target one person, so it must target
Yeah,
the
but-
room.
I mean, it's full of dangerous people, so, but
That's
yeah,
fine.
go ahead.
I mean, they're gonna have to be using Auspex themselves to figure out that I'm using Auspex, right? So,
Oh yeah, I mean, as long as you like don't just do it on someone specifically, it's not
no,
really
yeah, it's the room.
bad manner. Yeah.
3 successes.
Just give me a second there.
So I can just ask one question.
All right. Ask away.
Who here is most likely to give me what I want?
Huh. You can see like Yannick Or Rasputin, like
I would
just...
say you have to give me their actual name. I mean, not their actual name, the name I know.
No, I'm giving you their actual name. So this guy, you can see the shadow of this guy just...
Rasputin.
He was like... He's not facing you, but you can see his shadow just moving and sort of looking at you, facing you. That's for sure.
And he's the only one?
He's the most likely one.
That seems odd, given how friendly the church guy was. Alright. I mean, I don't know if that takes into account my aspiration or not. But I've got to work with that.
What was your aspiration?
I did the aspiration takes into account the meta part of it, where I can
Yeah.
put down what I want my character to achieve at certain
Yeah, of
points.
course.
Yeah, well, that's to achieve that certain coil.
Not very...
Not very likely, I'm getting.
Yeah.
Because it seems to me that the only one that could probably, among these guys, since I never asked, be a Dracul was probably Idris, the one that hates me the most.
Well, he introduced himself as Lord, so...
I mean, I don't really know. I'm equally confused as to what Rasputin and Sweeney are, because they both appear to me to be Lancia. The Hierophant is a
Oh.
title that the church would give somebody.
Not really, no.
I mean, it's the card that the Pope is on, so... It's the religious card in a tarot deck.
Yeah, but the name comes from Priest of the Antiquity, Priest of the Mysteries, so...
You keep using the word priest.
Alright, you can see that someone is approaching you with a glass in her hand, and you can see it's your grandsire.
Okay.
She's just looking at you, and she gives you the glass.
Oh, thanks. What's this?
It's lacrima, something the circle concocted.
Oh,
Quite
okay.
good. Drink, and you might enjoy it.
Well, I'll hold it up and I'll down it as fast as possible.
You can regain one pot of blood, and it's fucking delicious. Not as good as
mean-
blood, but...
I'm already at 11 dots, so...
Well, so there's blood wasted, but it's good.
Yeah.
It's not like blood, but it's something different.
Yeah.
And
I'll
little bit sweet.
I'll slap the glass down on the table, but not hard enough to break the stem, because that's very easy to do, especially with high-end glassware. So
Yeah.
I'll slam it down, but like intentionally slow down at the very end so I don't do it. Ah, thanks. So goes the hunt for Potter?
I'm sorry, what?
Harry, the wizard, you know.
I'm not sure I follow.
Nobody ever does.
I have no idea what you're talking about, child. Who's Harry?
It'd be a lot more fun if anybody would get these.
Well,
I mean, let's be fair here. You're probably asking 50 to 100-year vampires if they've read recent children's literature.
They were major movies.
It's a long shot.
They were major movies. Come on.
so enjoying your night?
Not recently, no.
Can see that. You seem to be going, well, around people and pissing them off.
It's increasingly easy to do.
Yes, well, we are vampires, so any excuse is good for being angry and going at each other's throats. That's the nature of things.
Yes, ironic choice of words, that. Vampires going for throats. What about you? What are you up to?
Me? Oh. Well, reacclimating to being part of the court. I just woke up recently, like 2 months ago.
Well,
Just adjusting.
for how long though?
Uh, 50 years.
Yeah. So you're not gonna understand anything I have to say.
Probably not.
Well, then, should I recommend that you watch Sweeney Todd? I think you're gonna love that movie.
Well, alright, if I have some time for myself.
Just don't get too deep into the romantic subplot. I wouldn't want you to see yourself in too much of that.
Alright, I will. So, what is my progeny up to?
I was trying to learn some magic. But you know,
Magic?
wizards are all stuck up.
Of course they are, dear. Without it, they are, well, nothing
What,
more
all
than regular
powerful
vampires.
wizards?
They're not all powerful.
They're fucking wizards.
But yeah, it's something a bit, well, the more they teach, the less rare their ability becomes. So the less value it has. Also, the more enemies they make.
I suppose that's fair.
I keep trying. I mean, no vampire just learned magic on their own and their first night. Sure, someone would be willing to teach you eventually.
Oh, I haven't given up. I mean, I've got leads. I mean, I guess if I wanted to start believing in God, I'd have one lead already, but otherwise, this other guy wants me to kill a dude and give him his heart.
Oh,
Don't think
yes.
I'm very much down for that.
Well, that's probably the thing. You just probably once you set up a task you didn't think you can accomplish.
Right.
But I'll let you in on a little secret. Just you and me, alright?
Shrug, sure.
You don't actually need to believe in anything to use Theban sorcery. It's a fraud. The powers are real, but even I could use it.
No, I understand. It's just, you know,
Mhm.
if you're gonna be throwing magic around, I'd rather not be throwing the magic of the church around.
It's not very well.
They call it miracles. He used the word miracle.
Of course,
That's
to
the
him it's
magic of the
miracle.
church.
To him, it's miracle, but well, there's certain things I can talk with you here. But if you want, you can always steal a few books from your sire. I'm sorry. I know for sure you know a bit about sorcery. You know lots, actually.
Yeah, Idris over there, I think mentioned that. Or was Matt Sweeney? You know, I really can't remember. I'm kind of been put down a little bit from the last couple of minutes.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And
no,
you
don't worry about me. I'll figure something out.
I'm sure you will. You look resourceful. Just be aware that your sire, well, hmm, it might make your life living hell even more than it already is.
Oh, I'm sure.
But I can let you in on another little secret to get rid of him. Just for a moment.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me to drag his coffin out into the middle of the street and then let it get hit by a car in the middle of the day so we had nowhere else to go. And I mean, I haven't been thinking about it or anything.
Yeah, yes, of course you haven't. Well, if you want to get rid of little Corvus, here's what you gotta do. Do you know what a pentagram is?
That's an upside down Star of David, isn't it?
Well, actually, it's a reverse pentagram, but
Do you just call a pentagram a reverse pentagram?
no, an upside down Star of David is a reverse pentagram. A normal pentagram is just star shaped.
So I would say, wouldn't
I
then
mean, it is 6 points, isn't it?
wouldn't then
Pentagram would be 5 by definition.
if a reverse pentagram is an upside down Star of David, then you're telling me that a pentagram is a Star of David.
Basically,
Right, I'm saying that Star of
Not
David
you,
is 6
Griff. I'm
points.
talking about Emmerich.
yeah, basically, yeah.
You're correcting him, but I'm on a double back down on the statement.
No, yes, it's right. It's a Star of David, yes. Well, no, it's not really
And the Star of David only has 5 points, by the way.
And from my understanding, the pentagram
Really?
is
Huh.
reportedly Solomon's seal, as in King Solomon.
Because the Star of David is basically
no,
just two
that's
triangles.
different. That's not a Star of David. The Star of David had 6 circle. 6, sorry, 6 N. And pentagram only has 5.
Conversation we're all having in character right now. Hold on one second, I gotta call my friends. How many
I
sides
want
does
to
the
see
Star
like
have?
a paragraph off the book and just go, well, actually.
And pentagram, like penta, is a word for 5. Has 5.
Yes,
Star of
like
David
the
has
Pentagon.
Yes, like that. So just buy a pentagram or another imagery like that and just reverse it. So the star points points back.
Well, I mean, isn't orientation just a matter of perspective?
No, usually this
I'm
the
saying
5
if I drew it and then I walked around to the other side and looked down at it, wouldn't it just be a pentagram?
it's called pentagram and reverse pentagram for a reason. The reverse pentagram is demonic image. Just
Right, but
Just
if I
bring
draw
it
it upside down and I walk around to the other side of it and look down at it, wouldn't it just be a right side up one?
yeah,
I
but
guess as an out of character perspective here, orientation might be somewhere like within the image itself to give it an orientation.
yeah.
Like maybe the circle has a defining feature of some kind.
No, maybe, but it's a Greek symbol. Well, anyway, so just, just like buy just some shitty color with a pentagram on it, and just present to him a reverse pentagram or other satanic imagery, and well, you'll see. The reaction will be quite amusing.
Why? Because he's Lancia?
Oh, not just because of that, although it's a cherry on the cake, but
It's the what on the cake?
cherry on the cake.
Isn't that
What?
saying that you, for ice cream? With the cherry on top of the ice cream? Isn't it the icing on the cake?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, maybe. I use the French like saying in English. So yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was her. Maybe it was a
Excellent.
saying 50 years ago. So I'm correcting her. I'm not correcting you.
yeah. Never mind. Do that, and you'll see. It's very funny to observe. Just repulsed by it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll just pick something up at the next heavy metal concert.
Well, good luck in your search for magic, teacher.
Of course. Yeah, I guess you have a good evening yourself.
Yeah, well, the party is getting dull without someone to torment. I'm on here because of obligation to the prince.
Oh, well, why's that?
We were friends. We still are friends. And I have to make an appearance to represent my covenant. Well, I guess this little doctor here is technically also a representation of the other, but
I'm sorry, who?
the little doctor here. She points to Dr. Boak.
If they have an image, you want to throw that up? Because I think I'm forgetting who we're talking about.
This guy. It's all in your journal.
I know, but I can't switch over there without losing all the rules, and I
Alright.
don't want to do that sort of thing.
It's Joshua Sire.
Oh, right, the guy who did the things to us.
Yes.
The poisoner.
The poisoner. Huh.
Oh, that guy, I say.
Yeah. Him. What of it?
I mean... He did poison me.
I don't think that's true, from what I've heard.
No? What have you heard?
I heard you were poisoned by a cult.
I mean, he was there, from what I recall.
Yes, but I'm not sure he poisoned you. I mean, I would have known it, unless he became very good at hiding his secrets.
I
Which
mean, what if he
isn't.
was?
He's not.
But what if he
Trust me.
was?
Trust me.
What
he's
if he
not.
was lying to you?
I would know. I'm a mecha like you.
I don't
I
know
know
what that
it.
means.
You don't know what that means?
No,
Really?
I
As
don't.
As Corvus taught you nothing.
Look, man, Dorian teaches with the back of a hand. He's not very good at this.
Yeah, I know he's a failure, but still. Alright. Vampire are divided in 5 clans, 5 strong bloodlines which each have strength and weaknesses. Ours is a Meket, a bloodline originating from ancient Egypt, from what I've heard. We are the sole practitioner of Auspex, the discipline that gives us the power to know things that no other vampire knows. Their
Oh, the
secrets
weird
and
imagery.
weaknesses. Yes.
Yeah, I've been using that all the friggin' time.
Oh, that's good. You have a curious mind then.
Yeah, it makes no fucking sense.
It takes, well, it takes a bit of training to interpret.
Yeah, it's mostly all like
What you can
ghost
see.
symbols or something. Can't figure anything out.
Don't worry, you will get the hang of it, I'm sure.
Yeah, my next life as a detective.
A lot of people are gonna be suspicious of you. After all, we can know practically anything other people want to hide.
Yes, so long as you can figure out the fine art of symbology.
You'll get the hang of it.
Don't worry, I know a
Yes,
guy,
sir.
and his name is Dan Brown.
No idea who you're talking about.
That's alright, go watch him. Read a book. Look up Robert Langdon next time you're on your phone.
Maybe I will.
You got a lot to catch up on. Especially references if we're ever going to have a conversation.
Well, I will love to catch up. So that's true, but I've a lot of scientific endeavor to catch, to learn, to practice, and to experiment. But yeah, if I have the time, I will try to connect with the current culture.
Look, just stay up one day and just go through your phone and like make a list of things you need to catch up on. You know, Captain America.
That I know.
Yeah, because he's been around since the 1960s. So he was around before you went to sleep. Also, sweet reference. I got that.
All right.
I imagine I'm
will.
like putting my hand down, like, she didn't actually know she made a reference.
Alright, Ivan. Have a nice night.
Yeah, you too, Bellatrix.
Lilith.
Hey, let's not get a little bit Lestrange around here.
No idea what you're talking about, but please call me Lilith. It's a title I've earned.
You'll figure it out. Again, read some books. There's been a lot printed.
Yes, I know, I read books all the time, but not the same as you. Maybe someday. Alright, have a good night.
You too.
And you said drift off.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a phone call. If I can make a phone call from here.
Of course, there's reception.
And I think I'm gonna call Celine. Assuming that we've exchanged numbers at some point. I think we did.
I think Celine did with everyone. So yeah, you can call her.
Ring, 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 ring.
My phone will go off, and I'll pick it up probably as I'm walking away from the, or walking back to the club. But yeah. Hello.
Yeah, hey, Celine, it's Ivan.
Yes. Are you all right?
Well, whew. I need to kill a guy.
You need to kill a guy.
Yeah. Or a guy needs to die. I don't know specifically if I need to kill them. I mean, it's implied.
No, he told you straight up, kill a guy.
Yeah, I know. That's not what I'm saying in character.
Alright, you can lie.
I mean, I guess you could like take out their heart and put them into a machine and hope they live.
I'm sure that.
Nothing morally gray about that.
Why do you need to kill a guy?
I don't know, like initiation, I guess? I guess frat hazing doesn't really gesture down in the vampire community.
Who told you to kill somebody?
Rasputin.
Rasputin.
Yeah, you know.
The guy at the...
I'm sorry, I cut you off.
You mean the guy at the party?
No, did you see him too?
I thought I did. I think maybe my sire might know him.
I don't know who that is.
My sire, the person who made me a vampire.
No, I understand what you're saying. I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, well, never mind. I think that I might have a word with my sire first, but is this something you really want to do?
I do not. I do not want to do this, but I don't think I have many options.
Okay. I worry about you, you know.
Really? Where are you?
I'm, well, we're at near a club named Delirium.
Oh, so you left me here. Okay.
Well, Joshua and I had some things to take care of.
When did you even leave?
A couple hours ago.
Huh. Okay.
Tell you what, why don't we meet up at Delirium? I think I just got us free drinks for tonight. And we all should have a friendly chat about what we should do.
Well, you bringing the kidnapper along?
The kidnapper?
Yeah.
Oh, him. Don't worry about Joshua. I've got your back, don't worry.
Alright. You want me to grab, I don't know his name.
The French Canadian?
Sure, we'll call him that. The French Canadian. Do you want me to bring the French Canadian?
Sure, I think it's best we all get together and kind of unwind for a little bit and discuss a few things.
Sure, why not? Okay. Where? Again?
It's place called Delirium. It's a club down, and I'm sure I probably saw the signs. This road and that road. They know what we are. Just let them know who you are at the door. They'll bring you, ask to see the club owner, and we can take it from there.
All right. Well, I'll go find Frenchie, and I guess we'll. It's a weird thing to call somebody in France.
Yeah, especially since you're French.
The French Canadian.
Yeah, I'll go find Frenchie. Look around. They're all Frenchy.
Yeah, problem
what I
is
mean.
when Lucian speaks English, he actually sounds like an Anglo-Canadian since he's from Montreal, where they're pretty well balanced there.
But yes, just don't do. Be careful, okay?
I'm always careful.
I know. See you in a bit.
Yep. Catch you around.
Click. But yeah, she'll head back to Delirium to find Joshua.
I imagine in the meantime, while you've been out doing your thing, Joshua has been chatting up people and trying to do a hunt and basically try to get a date out of it. Probably mostly by like puffing himself out and going like, yeah, I'm a rich American business owner. Oh yeah, I'm a friend of a Russian oligarch. Oh no, I mean I am that Russian oligarch. We could go away together, just you and I,
All right, manipulation, socialize.
All right. And might I add in my specialty of just lying about my identity?
Yes, you can.
Excellent. So manipulation, subterfuge, and add in an extra 1. 2 successes.
All right, you managed to find some lady dressed as a witch, like pointy hats and slutty witch, of course, because it's Halloween. And yeah, you managed to impress her enough with your bullshit that you can feed on her.
Okay. So, he's obviously going through like just completely dumb one-liners like, oh, you cast a spell on my heart and all that, and we'll eventually break it out into a kiss.
All right,
Go
how
for
many
it.
points do you take? She's a bit inebriated, so
I am at 5, and I'm just looking to fill up, so I'm gonna go for 5. Risky business, but let's see how it
whoa.
goes.